You might notice dressed up edition. Um, Gonna explain why I'm wearing fancier clothes than I normally do, and gonna share that with people when they get on up in here. We'll talk all about my fancy outfit, and yeah. So there we go. How's everyone doing tonight? I know I'm like an hour late because I had to go get my fancy outfit from halfway across the mountain. Welcome to the chat. Somebody come on in here. I know it's a little late. I said 7. It's like 8. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock with God. 8 o'clock with life. 8 o'clock with truth. 8 o'clock with freedom. Can you guys hear me? Is the audio on? Are you with me? Anybody out there? Check out my suit. Yeah. So, what's up? How you guys doing? What's what's the reels? What's the Monday night skinnies? I want to talk about change. How much change helps you? How hard it is? How much of a good thing it is when you do it? So, want to see if anybody can hear me. No one hear me? Anyone out there? Talk about change. Talk about this crazy outfit. Reason I'm wearing this outfit is because I'm going to start doing executive security driving as one of my jobs. I'm going to have to dress like this to do the security driving. But it relates to my life because you guys have seen me as a real regular human being with no hiding behind no shields, telling all truths. And this outfit is not to hide behind or to fake anything. This is the driving outfit I'll be wearing to do the executive security driving that I'll be doing here starting in the next week or so. So yeah, I did and I thought I'd wear it for this live because I want to talk about change and we could show how much change from crusty tattooed me sitting here in a t-shirt to me dressed in a super nice outfit and shirt and vest and everything. Hello everyone. How you guys doing tonight? Just talking about changes. And so I was a guy who spent my whole life dressed in ragged clothes, jeans, t-shirts, whatever, covered in tattoos, hung out at the bar, rode Harleys, hung out at motorcycle rallies my whole life. And so to get an opportunity to put on a suit like this and get the kind of job I'm being offered is a very fantastic opportunity. You know, not a lot of guys from my lifestyle kept a clean record, kept a clean driver's license, kept their lives clean so that when they were done playing in that world, they could join another world and have better things happen to them. But change doesn't happen without effort. I said that like 50 videos ago. Nothing changes without changing. Everybody wishes for something better, but half of them never try to change anything. So if you don't put any effort into changing and you don't try, then you can't really complain about the results that you get, because if you're not trying to change it, you're not going to fix it. It sucks to be hurt as a passenger. That's a terrible thing to be hurt as a passenger. But yeah, like I said, in order to make changes, in order to get things to change in your life, you have to put in effort. You have to be willing to step outside your comfort zone. I was never willing to put on a suit, or let alone a tie or a vest, my entire life. I said I would absolutely never do that. I just wouldn't do it. But at the time in my life where I've done the job I've done for 30 years, and there's other monetary options in the world that offer better value and better benefits, then you just have to change. Do I would I want to, after all the time I've been comfortable living the life I live? No. Do I need to? Absolutely. Am I going to? Absolutely. Because if I stayed in the rut that I was in my whole life, the tattoo guy just getting, $50 here, $20 there, I could do that my whole life because I have for 30 years. Or I get hooked up with this organization that I'll be hooked up with. I'll be driving people around, I'll be taking care of them. They'll be safe, they'll be protected, they'll get to their destination, and it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good in all directions. God will watch over me while I do it. God will make sure I get there safely. He'll make sure they get there safely. And that's what we'll do. I was looking for some of the regulars, but I don't see too many of them. Hello, a lot of new people. How you guys doing? You guys having a good Monday? Yeah, it's a good Monday night. Usually I come on around 7. I was like an hour late. I had to drive all the way across the mountain to go get this cool suit for this other job I'm going to start doing. So, um, I just put it on to check it all out, make sure it all fit and went good. And I figured I'd go live since we were talking about changes. I could wear this to show the example of the effort it takes to change. The effort it took to change from that totally tattooed t-shirt guy to a guy in a nice outfit. That takes your inner person to be willing to do something different, willing to try more than you already are. That's never a bad thing. I like when the young people come on here and they got struggles and we can talk about their struggles, because it seems like the kids have been washed away in this world. No one tells them the truth anymore. So, yeah. Hi, 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 hi. To everyone that said hi, hi. When I say hi, I'm saying hi to everyone that says hi. It's hard to read the little tiny writing on the phone. The names are so small. So I can see the highs, and I thank you for the highs, and I thank you for coming in. And if you got any questions, or you got something to talk about change, or your opinion of the effort to change, that'd be cool. Pretty soon I'm going to have a live channel phone, so that when I'm doing this, you guys will be able to actually get on the number will be there, and you guys will actually be able to get on the phone and call in, and I'll put you through the sound system, and we'll hear you, and everyone will get to hear what you have to say. So that'll be cool too. That should be really good. Thank you. Thank you. 10 ball, 4 a.m. in France. Oh, that's kick ass. Someone in France is watching American YouTube. That's really cool, man. Yeah, I don't know if you ever watched my content before, so I can't remember all the names that I see in the thing, but I'm generally just on here trying to share some kind of positive energy with the world, and it's always basically related, um, under my faith. And so the people that don't believe that, obviously that they're not going to enjoy it or want to listen to it. But I thank you for tuning in. Mm, I could say that, but why would I? I don't know what that has to do with anything. No, that's weird. I'm not going to do it just because you say to do it. Why would we? And I'm not even sure who that is. No, that's a weird request, and I don't know why someone would come and want you to say someone else's name during their live show. That's I don't know who that is, so I don't want to say that name. I go look it up and research it, and next time you ask that question, I'll know who it is, and I'll decide if I'll say it. I never speak on anything I don't know about. I just don't do that. I won't ever come on here and tell you guys anything that I don't think is the absolute truth. And if I'm proven that the absolute truth is totally different, then I'll be proven that. But only if I'm proven that, not just because someone else's opinion tells me that I'm different or wrong. You know, that's part of the change in growing up. When you're young, you listen to anything anyone tells you. As you grow up, you start to decide and discern all the things that make you want to learn and listen to the things or believe because of the way you understand them. So, yeah, that's just how I do stuff. Jimmy Swaggart. Yeah, I'm not really big into evangelist preachers because a lot of times they go off Bible script into more of an entertainment value. Geeked up on coffee. It's actually iced tea, but the same thing. It doesn't matter. Got some troll comments in there. Um, you said, "Do you like CO?" And then another thing that says CP, and it says answer, and it says, "Do you like CP?" I don't know what that means. I don't know what your question is. There's another piece of shit in the page there. Just reading the comments for a second to see if there's anything in here that's worthy of actually sharing with all the valid people watching, because I will not respond any further in the future to trolls and troll comments. I'll just ignore them. When I realized they couldn't just block them and send them away, I just decided to ignore them because all they want is attention. So I won't mention their names. I'll just roll by them. And so you have to forgive me from time to time when I have to read through a whole bunch of troll comments. It takes me a second to make sure which ones not to share with you. But anyway, change doesn't happen without you putting in the effort. A lot of people cry about how their life is in some place they can't go. I have lived all over this country, broke, just went there and figured it out. You don't have to always have money. You don't always have to have everything set up. What you have to have is the willingness to change, the willingness to be uncomfortable long enough to find the next truth. Because that's really what happens is people are too afraid. Um, thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. I'm an ordained minister. To the priest question, I'm an ordained minister, not an actual priest. Um, Because in order to be an actual priest, you have to be connected to a church. There's a lot of people who say they're priests, but they're not, and that's not actually true. The WDC this year. I don't know what that is. I don't need to look behind me. I got a gun in my belt. Not afraid of trolls. Not afraid of jerks. I'm not afraid of people who want to say rude comments or be trolls, because that doesn't affect people like me. It might affect a lot of other people, like in major ways, but that just doesn't affect me. None of that personal, individual attacking nonsense will affect me. So of course I do. I live in Arizona. Yes, Dennis. It's Arizona. There are very few people here that don't have a gun. I'm not a Chad. No, I just named Chad when I was a child. Whatever that means. I don't seem very strange just standing here talking to people. But if you feel that way, maybe you should go do something else. Yang Wang Farm, Big Jim. Maybe just go do something else. If you think me standing here, I don't know why that lit up like that. That's weird. Stupid screens. There we go. Turn off. Dang it. Looks like pretty much all the comments in here are either negative or rude, or in some way someone trying to start some kind of fight or argument. So I won't engage with any of the comments. Yeah. Yep. Got like 5 or 6 turds. It's like 6 or 8 nice people, but it looks like 5 or 6 turds. So here's what I do usually when no one's having any positive feedback, I just go like this. That's you. And good night.